Hi everyone, today we will discuss about the Lam's theorem. Already we discussed about the Lam's theorem. Now some problems based upon the Lam's theorem. Before that, starting problem based upon the Lam's theorem, I will tell you what is Lam's theorem. Once again I will tell you what is Lam's theorem. See here, this one is your force 1 and this one is your force 2 and this one is your force 3. This one can be taken as P1, this one can be taken as P2 and this one can be taken as P3. This is force 1, this one is the force 2 and this one is the force 3. If three forces acting at a point, here this is the point. If three forces acting at a point are in equilibrium, after acting these three forces the body is in equilibrium. After acting these three forces the body is in equilibrium. Then each force will be proportional to the sine of the angle between other two forces, that is P1 and this is P2. P2 is equal to sine beta and P3 is equal to sine gamma. You have to remember this. Whatever the angle here, this one you can consider as the alpha and this angle you can consider as the beta and this angle you can consider as the gamma, or in place of this P1 you can write the T1 and here you can write the T2, or here some load will be given, that is W. So here you can write T1 and here you can write T2 and here you can write W. If three forces acting at a point are in equilibrium, if three forces acting at a point are in equilibrium, then each force will be proportional to the sine of the angle between other two forces. That is, if you take T1, if you consider the force T1, the angle between these two, how much is there? Alpha. If you consider the T2, the angle between these two, how much? Beta. If you consider the W, angle between these two is gamma. So like this you have to remember, T1 by sine alpha is equal to T2 by sine beta is equal to W by sine gamma. Alpha, beta, gamma. This is Lam's theorem. And when you have to use Lam's theorem, if three forces are given, then you have to use the Lam's theorem. Let find out the problem based upon the Lam's theorem. Find out the problem based on, like this question will be given. Find the tension in the given strings. Find the tension in the given string as shown in the figure. As shown in the figure. What is given here question? Find the tensions in the given string as shown in the figure. So you have to find out the tension in the given. Like that similar problem we solve in the next last video. Like that only problem is there, but here the data is somewhat different. This one you can consider as the lamp. The lamp weight is equal to 5 kilonewton. The lamp weight is equal to how much? 5 kilonewton. And here angle is given. Angle is equal to 30 degree. Here the angle is equal to how much? 30 degree. And here the angle is equal to how much? 60 degree. Like this is given. And this part is the fix and this one is also fixed. Now you have to find out the tension. Tension means this string and this string. So let it, this one as you can consider as the T1 and this one you can consider as the T2. This one you can consider as the T1 and this one you can consider as the T2. Now what you have to do? You have to find out the T1 as well as T2. Here load how much it is given? 5 kilo Newton it is given. How much it is given here? 5 kilo Newton. And this is T1 and this one is the T2. So first what you have to do? You have to draw the vector diagram. With the help of vector diagram only you can find out this one. For that what you have to do? This one is your and this one is your x axis and y axis. This one is your x axis and y axis. First you have to project the load where the load is acting. Load is acting vertically downward. How much it is there? 5 kilo Newton. So here load is there vertically 5 kilo Newton. How much load is there vertically? 5 kilo Newton. After that T1 and T2 you have to project. In which coordinate it is lying? See, T1 is lying in first quadrant. So T1 is lying in first quadrant. This one is your T1 and T2 is lying in which quadrant? Second quadrant. This one is your T2. You got T1, T2 and W is equal to how much? 5 kilonewton. What you have to do? First you have to try to find out these angles. Here how much angle is there? In last section I told you opposite angles are equal. Suppose here 60 degree is there. So opposite side is also 60 degree will be there. This side is 60 degree means opposite. Suppose if this side is 45 degree is there. So this side is also you have to consider as how much? 45 degree. This side 45 means this side also you have to consider how much? 45. Opposite angles are always equals. You have to remember this one. Okay. As I told you, opposite angles are equal. See, this angle is equal to how much? 45 degree. So this one also how much you have to take? 45 degree. Here 45 degree means opposite angle is also how much? 45 degree. Suppose here this side angle is equal to how much? 60 degree. So opposite angle is equal to how much you have to take? 60 degree. Opposite angles are always equal. Suppose if I take here 35 degree. So this side also how much it will be? 35 degree. If this side is 35, so this side is also how much? 45 degree. So like this first you have to try to find out how much angle contained here with respect to horizontal and how much angle is here with respect to horizontal. So here how much angle is given? 60 degree. Here how much? 60 degree. So this side is also 60 degree angle is there. Because this side how much is given? 60 degree. So this side also you have to take how much? 60. Now next one, this angle is equal to this angle. Here how much is given? 30. Opposite angle is also equal to how much? 30. This side also angle how much you have to take? 30 degrees. Here 60 degree and here 30 degree. This 60 and 30 degree you have to project this side. This angle 60 degree and this angle 30 degree. This angle you got 30 degree and this angle you got 60 degree. Now in Lami's theorem, if three forces acting at a point are in equilibrium, then each force will be proportional to the sine of the angle between other two forces. For that what you have to do? Between the forces you have to find out the angle. Between these two forces how much angle is there? Between these two forces how much angle is there? Here totally how many numbers of forces are there? 3 forces are there. First force I represented as a T1, second force I represented as a T2 and third force I represented as a W. So, T1, T2 and W, T1, T2 and W. So, between this how much angle is there here? 60 degree. Between this how much angle is there here? 30 degree. So, try to find out in between that how much angle is there. For that what you have to do, see here, you have to remember this quadrant system. Here the angle will be how much? 90 degree, and here the angle is equal to how much? 90 degree, and here the angle is equal to how much? 90 degree, and here the angle is equal to how much? 90 degree. The sum of these two angles is equal to 180. The sum of these three angles is equal to 270. The sum of this four angle is equal to 360. In every quadrant the angle will be 90 degree, right angle to each other. So, here also same thing you have to consider. As you know, from here to here how much angle is there in first quadrant? 90 degree will be there. How much he occupy already? 60 he occupy. So, remaining will be 30. So, this one you got 30, 3, 0. On what basis I am saying this one is 30? As you can see from this side to this side, the total one is how much? 90 is there. The total is how much? 90 is there. From 90, how much he occupy? 60. From 90 minus 60 will be 30. So, I can say that this angle is equal to how much? 30 degree. Next one, if you see from here to here, how much angle is there? 90 degree. This is your second quadrant, right angle to each other. So, how much angle will be there? 90. How much he occupy? 30. So, remaining will be 60. So, this angle is equal to how much? 60 degree. This angle is equal to how much? 60. You have to remember this one is equal to how much? 60 is there. After that what you have to do? You know the between T1 and T2. T1 and T2. Between T1 and T2 the angle is 90. Between T1 and T2 what is the angle? 90. Between the T1 and T2 the angle is 90. So, here how much you got angle between these two? 90 degree. Let's try to find out the between T2 and W how much angle is there. Between T2 and W how much angle is there. So, what you have to do? See, already you got 90, leave these angles. Next one, see here, this is your axis line. From here to here how much will be? 90. 90 plus 30. From here to here you know how much it is? 90. 90 plus 30. So, let it be from here to here how much angle will be there? This is 90 plus 30. How much it will be? 120 degree. How much you have to consider this one? 120 degree. From here to here 90, then this one will become 30. 90 plus 30 will be 120. Next one here, from here to here how much it is? 90, and how much angle here? 60. So, from here to here 90 plus 60. How much angle this is? 150. 150 degree. How much angle is there? 150 degree. Between these two forces how much angle is there? 120. Between these two forces how much angle is there? 90. Between these two forces how much angle is there? 150 degree. Now what you have to do? After getting that all the angle, what you have to do? You have to apply the Lamè's theorem. For that, see here. First try to write down the formula for Lamis theorem. What is the formula for Lamis theorem? P by sin alpha is equal to Q by sin beta is equal to R by sin gamma. What is the formula? P by sin alpha is equal to Q by sin beta is equal to R by sin gamma. This is the Lamis theorem formula. P by sin alpha is equal to Q by sin beta is equal to R by sin gamma. When you have to use Lamis theorem, if three forces are there, then you have to use the Lamis theorem. See here, the good thing about Lamis theorem, you can select any force. You can select the T1, you can select the T2, or you can select the W. It's up to you. You can select T1 or T2, or you can select the W. So what I am doing here, first I am selecting T1. If I selected T1, how many forces are here? How many forces are there here? Three forces, T1, T2, W. So if I selected T1, how many forces are remaining? T2 and W. Between this, how much angle is there? 120. So I have to write with respective sign. Sin 120. Sin 120. Next one I have to select T2. If I select the T2, how many forces are remaining? T1 and W. What is the angle between that? 150. What is the angle? 150. So here you have to write sin 150. Next one, if I see here, W value is equal to how much? Phi is there. So phi, if I selected this one, how many two forces are remaining? T1 and T2. What is the angle between these two? 90 degree. So sin 90 degree. How much sin? 90 degree. Now what you have to do here? You have to find out the value of T1 and T2. So here two unknowns are there and one known is there. Two unknowns are there and one known. So what you have to do? This to this, first to last, second to last, first to last, second to last. Like this you have to do. Go for multiplication, simplification. I will show you simplification. How to do means simplification. First take T1 by sin 120 is equal to phi by sin 90, like this. First, last, second, last. First, last, second, last. Known, unknown, known, unknown. So here first I took the first equation and last equation. What is the first equation? T1 by sin 120 is equal to phi by sin 90. Go for cross multiplication. T1 sin 90 equal to phi into sin 120, that is T1 phi sin 120 by sin 90. T1 is equal to, with the help of calci, try to solve this one. I already told you, here fraction will be there in third row fraction will be there. Okay, what you have to do, you have to enter this phi into sin 120, bracket close, then sin 90, like this. After that, press this button you will get some like this odd answer 5 root 3 by 2. For that odd answer, if you press here SD, then it will convert it. How much it is? 4.33. How much it is? 4.33. So, like this you will get the answer 4.33. The unit should be in kilonewton. The unit should be in 4.33 kilonewton. Because load is given in kilonewton, so this unit should be in kilonewton. After that, what you have to do means try to solve second and last. First and last is over. Try to solve second and last. Here only itself I am solving. See here, go for cross multiplication. T2 sin 90 is equal to pi sin 150. After that, T2 is equal to pi sin 150 by sin 90. T2 is equal to, see, with the help of calci, again try to solve this one. Fraction, first, second, third row, fraction first button will be there. After that, 5 into sin 150, then sin 90. How much you get? 5 by 2. Go for fraction, that is how much? 2.5. So, here 2.5 kilo Newton. This one is your T2. Here you got the value of T1 and here you got the value of T2. Like this you have to solve the problem. See, where different angles will be given, depending upon that you have to find out. You have to remember when you have to use the Lamis theorem. If 3 forces are given, you can use the Lamis theorem. If more than 3 forces are given, you can use the resolution. So, you have to remember, if 3 forces are given, you can use the Lamis theorem, and this is the method you can solve that. Lamis theorem is good for applicable 3 forces only. More than 3 forces are there, you can't apply the Lamis theorem.